If you're single and you like going out at night, you might want to watch out for her. In this video, you'll learn about who she is and what she's capable of and why in the world they named the city after her. So grab your blanket and get cozy. It's about to rain. A Kuntilanak, or also pronounced as Kuntilanak. She also goes by the name Pontianak. So many names, kinda jealous. In Malaysia, she's kind of seen as a vampiric entity that feeds on blood. She has the ability to lure men by disguising herself as a beautiful woman. You'll see videos like these on the internet where people dress like Pontianak. They try to scare their friends and their folks. It's kind of entertaining to watch, not gonna lie. Like I said. Very entertaining. I'm scared. She has been depicted in many ways. According to popular beliefs, she is a female jinn who has developed a taste for human flesh and blood. Mostly portrayed as a beautiful woman with pale skin and long hair. Also is oftentimes seen wearing a blood-smeared dress. Some are seen wearing white dresses and some wear red. FYI, the ones with red dresses are actually a bit more vicious. When she goes out on a hunt, she looks for men who are mostly single. And as soon as she spots one that fits her profile, she takes on a scary form, spooking the poor fella. She's more powerful and vicious on the night of full moon. It just drives her crazy. She announces her presence with the cries of an infant or feminine laughter. If her laughter is faint, that means she's close. And if it is loud, that means she's far away. Huh? Dogs, cats, and other animals can see them. They usually start to whimper when they're able to sense her presence, and she's dangerously close. She radiates a sweet floral fragrance identified as plumeria, which is found all over Indonesia and Malaysia. Her preferred method of unaliving her victims is using her fingernails to pull out her victim's internal organs. Aside from that, she has other methods she prefers that she likes to implement, which are pretty graphic that'll make you go, why isn't this in one of those fighting video games? What are they called again? Mortal Kombat? However, I do need to mention that she has an odd taste. She's attracted to the smell of clean laundry. She's the reason why some Malaysian people are reluctant to leave their clothes outside after sundown. Also, she loves banana trees, so much that she even lives in them. It's kind of cute. Now, there are several ways to take down a Pontianak. Some say that driving a nail into the nape of her neck will turn her into a beautiful woman and a good wife until the nail is removed. Indonesian Kuntilanak is similar to Pontianak. They're also known for disguising themselves as birds that suck the blood of virgin young women. And the birds, they make this sound as they fly around looking for their prey. Now let's talk about the city I told you about. Famously, a city is named after this infamous ghost in the western Kalimantan region called Pontianak. That's a pretty bougie thing to do, naming a city after a ghost. Turns out the city's past is just as spooky as its name. History shows that this city was found infested by ghosts until the arrival of, say with me, Sharif Abdul Rahman Al-Qadri. He waltzed in saying, let's bust some ghosts. He fended up all the ghosts to make the city more livable for the general public. That is so badass. Abdul even began a project to construct a mosque in a supposedly haunted forest, knowing full well that they might get haunted by these wretched creatures. His dynasty ruled over Pontianak from 1771 to 1808. I guess all good things must come to an end. They have this tradition where they fire off cannons to show tributes to their former ruler, which is kind of cool. Truly a sight to behold. The history of this place is what named the city, it seems. The Malay folklore speaks of a legend of a mother who died during childbirth, resulting in her spirit haunting the region. And since the legend's been passed down through generations in the Malay community, this became a reference to the region. During the Dutch colonization in the 18th century, this name was adopted and made official. Ever since then, it became one of the most popular cities in West Kalimantan, and no one bothered to change it. I wouldn't either. It's a cool name. Now the big question, how do people turn into Pontianak? It's pretty easy, die a painful death. There's several ways a woman could turn into a Pontianak. One of the most common ways to become one is, obviously, dying with a regret or some kind of vengeance. Most of them come back seeking revenge after being killed or tortured, but I believe these are jinns, the unseen, that can take on any shapes.
Yes, finally.
Souls don't stay in this realm when someone passes away.
Absolutely.
But for the sake of this video, I'll entertain the idea. Let's talk about their powers. They can take possession of your body, making you do stuff that you wouldn't normally want to do, like cleaning the toilet, climbing a tree. They're able to shapeshift, making themselves appear as beautiful women, cats, trees, birds, you name it, which ultimately allows them to move freely, totally undetected, which is an amazing skill. They're able to move from one place to another in a blink of an eye, kind of like teleportation. Where would you go if you had that ability? Supernatural strength. They're stronger than most humans, meaning they can toss you around like a ragdoll if they so desire. Banshee scream. Their screams are loud, like loud. And it's no joke, it's able to paralyze a human, preventing them from moving for a short period of time. Now it's time to learn about her weaknesses. Salt, she's diabetic. She's vulnerable to normal sea salt or any kind of sea salt for that matter. It somehow is able to weaken her, so sprinkling it around the house might repel her, or it might not. Like most supernatural beings, iron also works on her. Keeping objects made of iron can also repel and go, hey, shoot, get it. Recitation of holy text from the Book of God works greatly against them, especially against those who are evil, since they fear angels and the words of God, because angels flock to you when you recite the words of God. They dislike loud noises. Me too. Glad we have something in common. Also, performing burial ritual is considered to be one of the effective ways to get rid of them, because more often than not, all they need is a proper burial. Have these beautiful ladies ever been caught on camera? Well, yes, on several occasions, such as this one, ominously standing next to a swing that appears to be moving on its own, indicating clear bad juju. I know. Ah, who added that sound effect? Cheap jump scares. These urban explorers, as they were exploring an abandoned building, got to see a glimpse of her as well. Do you see it? She's standing in that patch of tall grass. She clearly does not fear snakes. She was also spotted on a live stream. These boys were streaming on Instagram when suddenly she made an appearance as though she was stating, yo guys, I'm popular too. Use my name in the title. There she is. Can't hide from me. In this video, a little girl was playing with her phone, taking selfies, and she got a glimpse of this pale-looking figure without a face. That's kind of creepy. Where's your face? How are you gonna eat? And this one was bold enough to sit in a tree, just chilling. These guys encountered one while they were driving. These guys are being way too nice. I would have her over. They were reversing into a bush. She was having fun scaring them, so she teleported next to this tree and went, hello. Get back in the car. When did she even come out? They decided they finally had enough, and they did what I would have done the second I saw something white standing in my way. That kind of racist? They went for it. They went full throttle, but as soon as they got close, she just disappeared. Whether you like it or not, Pontianak is a popular ghost who has captivated the minds of many. She has been featured in some popular games like Dread Out and Devil May Cry, as well as in some movies. I would name a few. Revenge of the Pontianak, Kuntilanak 2. That one even got a sequel. Those of you who like learning about the unseen might find these movies interesting. If that is how you wish to conduct your research, go watch them, but not when you're alone. So next time when you hear a feminine laughter coming your way, or a bird going kiki, you know who is coming for you. Me. yeah, a male Pontianak, just what we need. I'd be friendly, promise. You should subscribe. Bye.